Hi everyone, welcome to my Treasure the Word. Hope you are doing good. So, in today's video, I'm going to be sharing a little from John chapter 5. But before we begin, I want to ask you, have you been praying for something for such a long time that you have begun to wonder if anything will ever change? Maybe you have been praying for a healing or a breakthrough or some form of restoration, or maybe you're praying for a situation in your family, whatever it may be. And you've been faithful, you've been praying, you've been reading the word, you've been going to church, but nothing seems to happen. And so, if that is where you are, then today's video is for you. So, just stay tuned and let's get started. So, let's begin by reading John chapter 5, verses 2 to 4. Now, there is in Jerusalem by the sheep gate a pool, which is called in Hebrew Bethesda, having 5 porches. In these lay a great multitude of sick people, blind, lame, paralyzed, waiting for the moving of the water. For an angel went down at a certain time into the pool and stirred up the water. Then whoever stepped in first after the stirring of the water was made well of whatever disease he had. The first thing I want you to notice is that this was no ordinary pool, because verse 4 tells us that an angel at a certain time would step into the pool and stir it. Just imagine that. I don't think there's any other story in the Bible that talks about a similar pool. I haven't heard of any other story, and so I really don't know the backstory behind why was this angel coming and stirring the pool or anything like it, but it really is fascinating. Just imagine the anticipation of the people longing for healing. They've been there for a while. There's like people with different ailments, blind, lame, deaf, dumb, paralyzed, whatever it may be. And just imagine the anticipation of the people gathered there. Now let's continue to read. We'll read from verses 5 to 7. Now a certain man was there who had an infirmity 38 years. When Jesus saw him lying there and knew that he already had been in that condition a long time, he said to him, "Do you want to be made well?" Something just stood out to me as I was reading these verses, and that's the fact that when Jesus saw him lying there, he knew that he had already been in that condition for a long time. Now, Jesus wasn't coming by there often. Jesus probably didn't really see this man all these 38 years waiting over there for his healing. And yet it says Jesus knew that he was in this condition for a long time. And maybe you're in a similar situation. Maybe you've been dealing with something. Maybe you've been praying for a long time and you have come to a point of frustration that you feel like, I don't even know if God is able to hear me. I don't even know if He's aware of what my situation is. And if you feel that way, I just want to tell you, just as Jesus knew that this man has been in this condition for a long time, Jesus completely, fully sees you and He's fully aware of what you are going through. So Jesus asked this man, "Do you want to be made well?" And the man replies in verse 7, "Sir, I have no man to put me into the pool when the water is stirred up, but while I am coming, another steps down before me." This man had been waiting for 38 years. That's over 13,800 days. Yes, I did the math just before recording this video, but can you imagine that he was there for approximately 13,800 days, a little over that. And he's been in eager anticipation, waiting desperately while he's watching others get what he wanted, which was healing. Every time, day after day, year after year, disappointment after disappointment, he's eagerly watching people step into the pool. And the only thing that was holding him back wasn't a lack of faith. It was the fact that he had no one to lift him up and put him in the pool. Over time, this man became less aware of his greatest need, which was healing, and he became more aware of the fact that there was no one who cared enough to put him in the pool. And maybe you have felt a similar way too. Maybe you have seen others get their breakthrough, you have seen their prayers answered, you've seen them move ahead in life, and you're just left wondering, when will it be my turn? And it's come to a point where you have become less aware of what it was that you've been waiting so eagerly for, and you've become more aware of the wait itself. Which is what we see here. This man was so focused on the pool that he missed the greatest miracle walking towards him. Jesus had entered the place. The Creator was standing right in front of him. Yet all this man could think about was stepping into the water. And sometimes we ourselves are so focused on how we think God is supposed to answer that we are unable to recognize Him standing right beside us. Our breakthrough is not limited to one method, and nor is God confined to one pool. So let's continue to read verses 8 and 9. Jesus said to him, "Rise, take up your bed and walk." And immediately the man was made well, took up his bed and walked. Immediately, it says immediately. So with just one word from the mouth of God, 38 years of suffering came to an end. His breakthrough didn't come from the pool. It came from the presence of God that had walked into the room. It came from one word from the mouth of God. In a moment, God can change what has remained unchanged for many years. As many of you know, in the beginning of the month, on the 1st of this month, Charlotte released the prophetic word for this month, which is sudden breakthroughs. And a sudden breakthrough literally means a breakthrough happening when you least expect it. Which means every prayer doesn't need to be answered on our timetable. But when God moves, it often happens very suddenly. So if you have been waiting for a long time, if you have been praying for a long time, if you've been diving deep into the Word, going to church, doing everything right, just like this man by the pool who's been laying there for 38 long years wondering, when will someone put me into the pool? If you have been in such a place, then I want to reassure you, I want to tell you to not lose hope, to keep holding on, to keep pursuing God and trusting in His faithfulness. Because as this month is a month of sudden breakthroughs, just as Jesus walked into this place and suddenly told this man to pick up his mat and walk, in like manner, suddenly you are going to see a breakthrough. Suddenly God is going to come through for you. Suddenly your prayers are going to be answered. So don't lose hope. That's all I have for you today. If you were blessed by this video, please do let us know in the comments. And while you're at it, do like and share and also subscribe to the channel. And if you're new around here, please do go and watch some of our older videos and leave a comment. It really blesses us. Thank you all for joining on this video, and we'll see you again in the next video. Bye.